All right, YouTube. So this is your what's it called? Quadannual, biannual. I don't know. It's kind of the thing we do every 4 years. It seems like for a while now. Everybody trying to get ready for the big day this week. Lots of videos on the top 3 things, top 5, top 10 things to do before Tuesday, right? Um, we're 24 hours out basically. You're basically 24 hours out before you have to be locked in and ready to go, right? It's all done. All your whatever you were going to do is done. You got 24 hours. What I would say is just check everything. Just go through, check you got everything what you thought. I'm checking batteries. I'm doing recharging. I'm doing loading. I'm doing the things. Just a quick check on the pantry. Just kind of like, well, how many actual meals do we have stacked up here? It's real minimal. Like, don't be doing anything crazy the next 24 hours. Don't be going off and buying the farm or anything. Like, you're going to have to ride and die with what you got. Um, Not that I really think you're going to have to use it, but it's a good time to reset and go through things like your batteries. If you don't do the twice a year thing like you do your fire alarms or your smoke alarms, fire alarms, like we do our smoke alarms. If you don't do the twice a year thing with that, you know, maybe a good time to check all the things that need batteries, check all your recharging, things like that. That's what you're going to be riding with for the next who knows how long. So if you're concerned, if you're doing the checks, make sure you're checking the basics, checking the beans, bullets, calm, water. What do you really have? Is it accessible? Is it all still good? Is it all still in play? If you got issues with something you put back that you're like, oh, I thought that was good to go. It is not. And you got, a couple hours to fix the essentials that you really know you're going to need first 72 hours type stuff, right? Um, this is definitely not the time to put yourself out there. What channel was I watching where it was talking about, don't be doing anything on Tuesday that you don't normally do. Like, get all your shopping done, which should be done. Maybe, if you do, your grocery shopping, maybe do it Monday instead of, Friday. If you do a double up. Somebody was talking about that, just getting your grocery shopping, your basics out of the way, your bread and milk, storm preparation type stuff. Um, Doubling up on water, just the little things. Don't get all crazy, but it's one of those things. It doesn't go crazy until it does, and then it's too late to do the things and do what you're looking at and knowing. So get ahead of it. You got 24 hours to go. This is just my message and a reminder of that. Um, and just, I think I said it a while back. um, do not fail to adapt to the situations because it's never been like this before. Adapt to the situation as it's presented. Um, we know we're going to live and be in strange times, in the maybe not the end times, but the lead up to the end times is bad enough. If you read the book, um, we're in there somewhere. Where at we don't know, but I do believe, and we're just trying to use our common sense that God gave us to do things to be adequately protected, and while relying on Him for protection, that He gave us the sense to do and use our sense around that as well. So, batteries, shelf lives, everything's loaded, clean up. Uh, Almost like if you're gonna have a guest over, well, if you're looking around the house and stuff, like do the laundry. There's gonna be enough to do if needed come Wednesday. So get those other things out of the way that could hinder you if you don't get it done now, like laundry. Um, Extra animal feed put away, put the hay up, things like that. Who was it? Dale Stark on the Twitter made a comment like that about uh, the preparations, and he was putting hay up. He's got a farm and he's got a ranch and whatnot. Um, but yeah, it's just a matter of the little things now at this point. We're riding and dying with what we got, and you know, hopefully everybody's been doing the little things along the way over the last 4 years, or the last 8 even, or the last 12 if you've been with us that long. It's hard to believe how long we've been on here. We've been through multiple transitions and administrations, and while it doesn't seem to get quite as bad, it's still gotten worse each and every time. I think we can, I don't know, maybe we can't agree. A lot of us would agree. But we are in strange times, and they continue to escalate, and the cycle accelerates, and you only can deal with what you have in front of you. The one thing I'm missing that I know I'm not dealing with right now is drone warfare. Drones, surveillance drones. I still haven't figured that out, or figured out how I'm going to counteract deal. That's a big gap, and that's snuck up on us pretty quickly, and with not very good resolutions on my end. So Adventure Guide to Galaxy, I'm still working on it, but it's not something that's ready yet, and definitely a concern. Definitely a concern. But yeah, y'all be good. Well, I guess we'll talk to you Wednesday. I'm sure we'll see everybody on the YouTubes the next couple days. But like I said on Friday, I think the lock is in as far as who's going to get selected. It's a matter of what the reaction is everything. The reaction is going to be what really puts things into a tailspin. And if not the reaction, if everything is transitioned as standard, which the government has every incentive to transition power peacefully within their own process, right? Everything happens inside the 10-mile square of DC is going to go, I think, according to plan. I don't think that apple cart is going to be upset at all. It's the stuff that happens outside on the periphery. Because the ultimate goal is to get the power of DC spread out to all the periphery and controlled from that central hub. So that's what I look out for and what I watch. Anything that leads to decentralization or loss of power of DC is a good thing in my mind. So that's my perspective. But DC has ever intention of transferring peacefully, or looking peaceful, or looking like a controlled process. Once that happens, if anything happens outside, they're just going to be, look, we need to help these poor people out here in the hinterlands away from our central power hub, and help them with our benevolence. That's the big concern that I would be worried about. So we'll leave it at that, YouTube. Do the things. Let this ride this out this week. See what happens in all the different things. Everything from gas prices to the markets to jobs to actually in your streets where you are. That's not really my big concern, but there are places where some of y'all are that it probably is a concern. So know that, and prep hard, live free.